Martin, Anik Subramanian Fightbook MMA. A fellow Norwegian is making big headlines this week, and that is Casper Ruud, a tennis player who is in the French Open quarterfinals. Have you been following his tournament, and do you share a friendship with him?
No, I don't following tennis, and I don't know Casper Ruud.
Gosh, might be some big things coming up for Norwegian sports. One more question for me. What would mean more, winning $1 million or becoming the first Norwegian MMA champion for a big organization?
Becoming the first Norwegian MMA champion for a big organization.
Awesome. I'm excited to see what's next.
Thank you.
Patrick McQuarrie.
Hey, Martin. This is Pat McCoy from Combat Sports UK. How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Last time out, quick 6. You can't get much quicker than just over a minute. Any lessons learned from the short night in the office?
Lesson learned, I don't know, but yeah, I feel confident about the fight, and I take that part with me into this one.
And with the state of the division, with all the recent test results, do you see it being an easier road in the playoffs? You know, with all the other people coming in who aren't as battle tested for this season?
No, I just concentrate about the Sam Key for this one, and we'll see who's next in the semifinal.
Sounds good, man. And last one for me. Can we get a prediction for the Sam Key matchup?
First round stoppage.
Right, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Patrick Dana.
Hi, how are we doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. So, your last loss was to Josh Silveira. He's someone that is right behind you in the rankings. Is that someone you're hoping to get revenge against and fight maybe in the playoffs?
Yeah, I see myself going against him again, and I don't think we will face each other in the semifinal. I think we will face each other in the final this year.
So you're coming off your first 2-fight win streak in the PFL. Does it feel like you've started to find your footing a bit more and get more comfortable in the organization as time went on?
Yes, absolutely. I feel I have found the key to how I can fight and how I can be more effective, and to find my finishes. And I changed a lot in my last year for how I train and how I prepare, and I feel better than ever.
Awesome to hear. Good luck in this fight.
Thank you.
Euro.
Hey, Martin. What message do you think you set out for the other light heavyweights after your last fight?
We're putting the standards high, and I believe like people who wants to advance to the playoff needs to finish the fights, and I feel like in the third season for the PFL now, I finally found my fighting style and how it can be very effective and secure points and advance to the playoffs.
And last one for me, have you seen anything about Sam, and what do you make of him as an opponent?
I see Sam. He's a good opponent, but statistically, his fighting style is very good for me. I see myself finish him on the ground with some kind of submission.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Danny.
Martin, quick question. So pretty much half of the fighters that are in your division, were taken off because of these positive test results. Overall, like, what was your reaction to it? We've been asking some of the other light heavyweights, and some have been shocked, some haven't. How did you receive the news?
I received the news and from the media, but it's like in all kind of sport, people will try to cheat. But I'm happy to be in the PFL where we have good testing, and to get those guys caught, it's very important that we can be equals when we compete.
Yeah. Does it change the way you look at the season? Because I'm sure, and if I'm wrong, correct me, but you can get matched up with any of these guys at some point. So you're kind of sizing them up, and you're kind of figuring out, what their styles are and whatnot. With a bunch of new names in the division now, does it kind of reshuffle everything in your mind, or is that not really how you go about things?
Oh, it's like a fight is a fight and a season is a season. So it really doesn't mean so much. you just have to take what you got and make the best out of it.
Yeah. And lastly, the last time I spoke to you was some time ago, but you were telling me how the legality of MMA in your country, you know, it wasn't legal, and that was like something that you would like to change. What's the status on that? Has there been any change?
No change. Still not legal in Norway to compete as a professional, and that's very sad because we sacrifice so much for this sport, to not compete in our country it's just very, very sad.
Yeah. Have you sort of given up on it out of frustration, or how do you feel about it now?
I don't believe anything will change the next 2 years, but hopefully with good results from more Norwegian and making a huge on the MMA map and MMA world, we definitely will get it legal. But I think we need good results in the first place, and then we can talk about to legalize it.
Yeah, hopefully that changes. Well, best of luck this week.
Thank you.
Marty.
Hey, Martin. This is Marty from WizDoes. Last time we spoke about how you got that fight finished in the first round via sub against Motherfucker Dean. Given that Josh Silveira was able to get a similar result against Sam, is that something that you're going to be looking for in that first round?
We see what Sam changed for this fight. I can only do what I have been training for, and I've been training for a lot of different finishes, and I believe I can set, if I don't setting up A, I will set B, or if not B, I will set C. So I have a lot of different options in this fight.
Awesome. And then one question for you regarding wrestling. How would you rank overall wrestling when it comes to Greco-Roman, American wrestling, just in hierarchy? What would you feel like is the most effective wrestling for MMA?
Difficult question, but I think maybe Greco-Roman, because how you can control the fights into the cage with the bumbling. A lot of people getting good at the takedown defense from single leg and double leg and the freestyle stuff. But Greco-Roman is still very unknown in MMA.
Awesome. Thank you, Martin, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right. Last question. Jake Davis, please. Jake, did you have a question?
Yep. Just 1 second. I'm just having some problems with my microphone here.
Oh, no worries.
You able to hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you great.
Okay, perfect. So, Martin, the first thing I just want to ask you there is, how does being tied for the top of the table at light heavyweight right now, how does that affect your mindset coming into this fight?
It doesn't affect my mindset because, it's still a fight ahead of me, and it still points to collect before the playoffs. But of course, I want to be put a statement and be a good example for the division and just make a name out into the playoffs.
With 5 out of 10 people in your division failing their drug tests, there's a lot of new potential matchups for you going into the playoffs. What are your thoughts on some of the new guys that are in here, if you are familiar with them?
I don't really care about the other ones. I have 3 more fights to win the championship, and for me, the next fight is Sam Key, and then we have a new guy in the semifinal, and then we have a final. So I potentially just face 3 more guys, and that's 3 names I have to take out.
In your last 2 seasons, you've had 2 vastly different results. You made it all the way to the finals in 2021, but didn't make the playoffs in 2022. What have you gained from those experiences, such differences in the last 2 seasons? And what are you bringing into this season, just as we approach the fight that means that you could get into the playoffs?
Like you say, experience. It's very important for me that it's the 3rd season, and I fought 4 times in 2021 for the PFL, 3 times last year. Of course, I'm starting to make a home here, and I found my way to fight here and find my. I'm relaxed in this promotion now, and it's time to win the whole thing this year.
What are your thoughts on Sam Key as an opponent?
I think Sam is a hard-hitting guy, but I don't think he's the strongest side is wrestling and grappling. So I see my advantage there is so huge that I can't really see this fight go to a decision.
So you're saying that the fight will end in a finish. Can we get an official prediction for you for the fight?
It will be a first-round stoppage for sure.